that's the one thing I think you think when you come to Ramelton is the tiny little streets, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so nice.
And they're all habitable. Is that the wee cafe, the oldest cafe?
So that's the oldest cafe, I think, in Donegal. So it would be known as Steve's as well, and it's lovely.
It's so beautiful, isn't it?
Isn't it really cute? But it also does the best chicken curry and chips you've ever had in your life.
Really?
Yeah, so it's like chips with a chicken curry top and the best battered sausages ever.
It's a real Donegal, isn't it?
Yeah, battered sausages,
Oh,
chips.
it's beautiful. Look, they've got seating outside too. Can you imagine Morning ladies, how are you all doing? Ladies and gentlemen, I apologise because we have a lot of men watching this tour as well. So we are now out again on our tour, and this beautiful morning we are in the most beautiful village of Ramelton in Donegal. So Ramelton is a little village full of heritage. It is known for many things, and one of the things that I think I want to mention is the fact that one of the original All Black players, for any of our followers in New Zealand there, David Gardner actually came from here, and he went on to be one of a captain of the original All Blacks in New Zealand. So that was a little bit, there's so much about this town, we could go on forever, but Sarah's going to tell you something else about it.
So this is actually where we're going today, is the original, I think last week we touched on Football Special. So where we're actually going today is the original bottling stores for Football Special. So I think it's the most important, if not one of the most important parts of Donegal, is Football Special.
Yes.
Banana, pineapple.
It was part of our growing up, wasn't it? You didn't
so
go to a Gaelic or football game as a child without drinking.
The glass bottles.
The wee glass bottles, yeah. Obviously they're also all changed now, but yeah, Football Special, we're going in here. And the reason we've chosen here today for a couple of reasons is because this little place we're going to show you, we just came upon. And Richie, our creative designer, our creative manager, he is such a cool and trendy person. And he told us about it, because you have to go and check it out. Well, we did check it out in our days off. And that's what we decided. We thought we're going to bring you here today because it is a little artisan cafe. The town of Ramelton has had a huge investment, a lot of money given to it, so there's huge plans and everything for it. And I think just by seeing this today, Sarah, it'll really show a sign of what's to come, isn't it, right?
I think one of the things we need to mention about Ramelton is that it's just like many villages in Donegal, it's full of community spirit. They organise so many events. To name a few is the Lennon Festival. I'm sure anybody that's here in July would know the Lennon Festival. It's a really, really great weekend, full of music. Unfortunately, due to COVID this year, it can't go ahead, but I'm sure it'll be back next year, bigger and better than ever. Anybody that drives through here at Christmas for the month of December is, I'm sure the only way you can actually describe it is actual sheer magic. The whole town is lit up from the end of the quay right over to the end of the bridge. And then the actual Lennon itself sometimes is lit up as well, and it just spreads complete Christmas joy. So if you are here in the winter as well, definitely check out these lights, they're amazing. And then one thing that's on every Saturday morning, actually in the church hall behind us, is it's an amazing farmers market. People come from all over Donegal to sell stuff at it, and it's completely fresh produce, quite similar to what we're going to see today. So it just, I think, mirrors what goes on in the town. It's just really, really lovely.
And I think places like this, you know, they're beautiful. We're very blessed today to have the sun shining. I mean, it is such a beautiful day here in Donegal, and honestly there's nowhere in the world just like it when the sun shines. But sometimes these places, people forget about them in the winter, but sometimes that's when they're the most magical.
Yeah.
They're actually so remote, there's so much peace about it. That's when we're seeing real rugged Ireland at its very best. So we're outside now, we're going to go in here. The name it's called the Blue Goat. So when you come into Ramelton, you can drive down into Ramelton. Instead of turning left to go to the beaches, you're going to turn right to go to the Blue Goat. Come and see Dad.
So we're just so excited to get you inside. Let's go. I can't wait to go shopping.
Really? What are you going to buy?
Thank you very
How
much.
are you keeping?
Pretty good, pretty
Yeah?
busy.
This is good.
Busy is great.
Yeah,
Every
fantastic.
day a little bit busier.
Okay, so I'm here now with Des, the owner of the fantastic Blue Goat, and I'm just going to ask Des a few wee questions because he is such a fantastic personality. We want to get some information from you, Des. So first of all, how did you end up here in Ramelton? And I know you were in Dublin, so tell us about that story.
From Lifford originally, but studied and worked in Dublin
Okay.
in all the city centre restaurants and in New Orleans and San Francisco,
Oh.
and then back to Dublin and had my work life there. But I did this I opened up establishments for other people. So to do it for myself, the only capital I could raise was to sell my home.
Right.
And I was actually flying over and back to Quebec in Canada. I was going to do it there. And then my sister sent me pictures of these buildings. And here I am.
Here you are, and thank God for it. And when you mentioned there, Des, about each other, was it always, was food always intertwined into it?
Food, it was always about food. We would go in as part of a team and open
Yes.
up places for people and then leave after about a year and a half.
Right.
I did Gruel in Dublin, Brook Lodge Hotel in Wicklow.
Wow.
So the life has been around food and artisan food in particular.
Right.
And then I worked with Silke Crop for many years, and she's one of the top raw milk
Yes.
cheesemakers on the island.
Wow. You're obviously know your food, you know your local produce, you know what your flavours and tastes are, what you get the best. So you're here now in Ramelton on this beautiful building. I mean, you were really lucky to get this fabulous
This
building.
was the dream building. I just didn't know it was in Donegal.
Wow. And you Donegal man.
Yes.
Des, tell me now, so what's your vision?
Well, this is what I could do during the pandemic. It's Irish artisan food is essential. So I just pushed to get this open with as little money as I could and to get me started.
Yes.
But the next vision is that there's going to be casual dining upstairs.
Yes.
There'll be kind of painting and champagne classes. There'll be hopefully mental health and well-being classes.
Oh, that's so impressive.
But there'll be lots of casual dining as well.
Okay.
Like an Italian family sharing big bowls, everything to share. Moroccan lamb stew to share, cassoulets, Irish stews,
Wow.
fisherman Portuguese stews. So you'll get your pot in the middle of the table,
Yes.
and you'll be told your cutlery and glasses are over there.
Yes.
There's your bottle of wine, and that'll be it.
That just sounds heavenly. And that's something we've missed with the pandemic, is that sharing, that closeness again, and I think people will gravitate towards that when they get the opportunity to do that again. I think that's a fantastic
Yes,
concept.
it'll be like a new concept, the
Absolutely.
sharing concept.
Right, we're in this building, so tell us about this building now. I mean, it's a historic building, am I right?
Yes.
Yeah, so
This was the genealogy centre, and then before that it was part of McDade's bottling store.
yes,
Football special.
yeah.
And then before that, this was called originally the Steamboat store,
Right.
where they had the spare parts to fix the steamboats that came in, because this was quite a busy port.
It was here. There's a lot of history about that.
And there was two brothers famous for linen making, and one went to Jamaica and they had an import-export business.
Oh my goodness. That's amazing. So this was all part of that.
Yes.
I love that. I love that. And that's so good. Tourists so love to hear them stories, won't they?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell us now a little bit, right, very quickly, where do you get all your food from? Because obviously I've been here for a good few times. We love it. You get your fresh, you've got fresh fish cakes from Rathmullen House, Castle Grove House.
Rathmullen House supply me their fabulous fish cakes,
they're
their lamb madras, curry soups, and Castle Grove do their a range of delicious pies, absolutely delicious.
So, yeah, we've had them, they're fab, yeah.
And I have to say those two people have been really helpful in getting me started.
That's good to
And
hear.
helping me out, because that's kind of the life I'm used to in Dublin. Everybody helps everybody out, a new person to get started, because the more there is to offer to people and to get people to come to Ramelton and stop and stay in Ramelton.
Yeah.
Of course, we can't grow olives. In
Yeah,
Ireland,
I know.
Just yet.
They are fabulous. Where are you getting your olives from? You just import them?
From Lilliput, Brandon, who I work beside in farmers markets in Dublin.
Oh, I love olives. They're fab, aren't they? It's only you don't
And then
normally see them this size.
Valencia almonds, semi-sun-dried tomatoes.
I often would come down here and get some of the cold meats and get the olives and the bread, the cheeses, and we'd make my go home, and then we'd have a nice charcuterie evening.
And I use Cloud Picker Coffee from Dublin, who's also, that is owned by Donegal man from Duncrana.
Ooh! This is here, the Cloud Picker. It's actually lovely coffee too. I'd say you're very particular about your coffee. Talk me through this. First of all, I'm intrigued what the name god is that?
These are mozzarella, but
Right.
it's smoked over hay. So basically, you tie a ring around your mozzarella and hold it up above, and it's hay smoked mozzarella called scaramosa.
Scaramosa. Wow, that is, I've never seen that before.
And this one is
Yeah.
Young Buck from County Down.
Young buck.
It's a blue cheese, and he just makes that one blue cheese,
Looks
and it's like a big cake. It's not as stringent as the others.
Isn't it
And-
funny? Cheese is like turned into like cake, hasn't it? It's kind of
Yeah, it's the new cake.
Yeah.
I've done big, fabulous cheese wedding cakes. I do them during the meal.
yes.
I just do different cakes and put them on a big 3-tier. So, and everybody's looking, going, what's that do not up there?
It's interesting you say that, because a couple of years ago my cousin got married, and her and I were very close. I was her bridesmaid. It was actually in Drumhallow House up the road, and they had a cheese wedding cake, and the family were like, "What the hell is this?"
That's
So
where I
they
did a cheese wedding cake
Well,
up
maybe
there.
it was hers, but it was all, and then she had all her berries and all this, and it was just such a hit.
Yes, because people generally don't want or don't eat the wedding cake.
Right.
And you eat the cheese because you're not going to bring it home, put it under your pillow. Or you might.
Oh yeah, well, so you never know. So sorry, go ahead.
I work with Silke Kropp, who's
Yes.
in Belturbet, County Cavan.
Yeah.
And Silke is one of the best cheese makers in the country. She makes raw milk. She uses the vegetable rennet, and she makes sheep, cow, and goat cheeses.
It's a foodie haven here, really, isn't it?
And this is like a fresh, creamed goat milk cheese made on Tuesday.
Oh my goodness, it is beautiful. And so what do you put that into your little boxes, don't you? And
I make little goat love bombs out of it.
oh,
So you bring it home and I make up little gift boxes or little. So basically I like to find out what cheeses you like. So
Yes.
I go through the cheeses with you and then I make up like a cheese plate. So you just bring it home and open the box and open your bottle of wine and it's do you know many marriages I've saved during lockdown?
and you know I can talk from experience, not about the marriage thing, but about the cheese. Because we actually we've been in here quite a lot, and Des gave us the last day one of these, and I was eating it in the car going home, I was starving, but it was so beautiful. The presentation was, and it was effortless. You were effortless with it. With
Cheese sushi.
Cheese sushi, I love it. You are a star, honest to God.
The new cheese makers is Ballylisk in County Armagh. And they're a really lovely family, except for that.
She can't.
They do a brie type cheese, a three triple rose cream cheese. It's like a brie, but it's much more creamy.
Oh wow. So Des, talk us through this chocolate now here.
This is, as a chef, I've always used, all the good chefs and all the good chocolatiers would always use Valrhona chocolate to make their creations. And it's a small town in France. It's basically Willy Wonka in France. So they do these so the general public can taste the different range of chocolate. But this is what a chef would get, like this, and then to make their chocolate creations. Here is some of the chocolates that Valrhona make.
Wow.
And then Cyril, who works for Odes, Odes Food supply me with the Valrhona because they're sole distributors.
Right. In the country?
Yes. And Cyril will come and he will do the chocolate making classes. And Cyril is actually from the town Valrhona.
And you're doing the chocolate, that's your plan, isn't it, to have?
On this side, in the
Here?
3-story
Yeah.
building, will be a production education kitchen.
Oh, wow.
So you will come on an evening, make a cheese with a glass of wine or with a bottle of Candiger, and you will make a kilo of cheese. Silke will do the cheese making classes.
Yes.
Denise Dunn of the Wild Irish Herb Garden will
Yes.
do wild medicine classes.
Oh my goodness.
And Cyril will do the chocolate making classes. Very casual, but like school. But you will actually make, you will produce your
something.
own stuff.
So talk us through this fantastic, beautiful
Well,
cabinet.
from the top two shelves are gluten free. And
Okay.
if you're highly celiac or highly sensitive to gluten, I can get these because they're made in a gluten free environment.
Very
completely.
good. Very good.
And then we have our macaroons,
Yes.
and these are my newest. These are called trapezian, and the recipe's from Saint-Tropez
Oh my God.
because on Tuesday my prosecco is arriving. So when you're sitting on the boulevard à la Ramelton, you
Nowhere
don't want
better.
to be sitting having a sip of prosecco in your little flute in your finery and hoofing in a big cream bun.
I love it.
So these are designed to keep you classy. These are by French patisserie friends of mine in Dublin.
Oh, they're fabulous.
Raspberry frangipan, pear and almond tart, lemon tart, apple tart, and I usually have these chocolate eclairs without cream.
Oh.
But I keep ordering more and more, and they keep selling out faster and faster.
And it is. You were talking about this, and our followers need to hear the story about this magnificent lady.
This is a chef that I started working with many years ago, Frida
Yes.
Wolf, and she's a farm girl from West Cork.
Love her.
And we worked together in Dublin for many years. And she also works for O'Dea's Foods
Right.
and Valrhona Chocolate.
Wow. Right.
But this is her own thing, and it's intelligent tea. She did a 4-year herbology course. So these are all organically grown,
Wow.
dried, and then what she can't grow here, she sources also organic.
Right.
But this one is my best seller at the moment because, you know, from the pandemic, people are finding it hard to get a decent night's sleep.
Yeah. It's very. You hear that a lot, actually. So this is the best seller.
This is the best seller.
That's that one. And what's these?
And there's
ones?
an anti-inflammatory one.
Right. What do we see here now? Sinus?
One for people who suffer from sinusitis.
That there, we one there. If you could to chillax.
And then she does pure nettle tea.
That's here. Look.
And
that one there?
a really good peppermint tea. And it's just loose, it's the loose herbs.
Right. So you just put it into. Goes into something like this, does it?
I have these
Infuse it.
special tea bags you put in, which are glue-free, and there's lots of little different types of teapots.
That's so
So
good.
instead of drinking caffeine, you're actually drinking something that is going to do you some good. So these are the Castle Grove foods. They do a Donegal seafood pie, a chicken and ham pie, an Irish beef and onion pie. They do amazing sausage rolls, which I can't keep up with.
They're very popular, aren't they? And then they have the
And I have these fish cakes, which are a bestseller
Massive,
from
yeah.
Rathmullen House. And then they do their taproom pizzas for me.
Please remember I talked about that a few weeks ago. I said I was going to the tap room to grab a pizza. That's one of our favourite places to go and have pizza. So now you're selling them, which is even better.
Yes, it's basically grab dinner as well.
It's so good.
Because they do their curries, they do lamb madras, chicken curry.
Donegal.
It's all about good home cooked food to go.
So listen, I just wanted to thank you, Des, because I say we all go in here, and to hear that beautiful, the way you talk about food is just amazing. You really know your product, and I really, honest to God, hope that everybody that comes to Donegal and to Ramelton turns right at that, down at the bottom of that, where they always turn left, is come right to see this, because this is even this morning when they're in there, there's so many people coming in. And we're trying not to get them in the back room. It's so busy. It's really, the word is getting out.
Well, I've been working with Joan Crawford in Falcha, Ireland, who's been really helpful to me.
Brilliant.
And the leader program have been really helpful. They've given me a grant because also in the 3-story building there's going to be 2 holiday apartments.
Yes.
And it's all about experiential tourism these days. People want to come, they want to experience something, they want to stay in a town. They don't want a big bus tour, they want to go and feel like they're part of something.
And I think gone are the days where they used to want to go, come to and sit in pubs. Of course, it's great to go and have a glass of wine or a beer or whatever. But you're right, people want more. They want to be educated. They want more out of their night away. And
yes, they want to make a cheese. They want to make chocolate in a social way. And
okay, so listen, that is as far as we're going to go here with Ramelton today. There's so much to see in this beautiful heritage town. obviously we wanted to come and see Des, because I said to you before, we're showing you places that we come to ourselves and that you wouldn't necessarily know. As you know, obviously local people, we want to be able to shout about. And Des, when we talk about hidden gems. This is going to be a hidden gem for only so long, because the word is getting out. It is getting out, and this place is just going to be so successful, Des, honestly.
Well, thank you very much. This is the dream, and so far the dream is working.
Oh, well, thank you for sharing it with us. And listen, we're finished here, and we're going to just pop down the road, down to the coast. We're literally just a few minutes away from the beach, so we're going to take you down there and let's have a wee look at that too. So chat to you soon.
So here we are now for a sneak peek for next week. So hopefully you can guess where we're going. I'll just show you exactly where we're at, what you can actually see from here. So you can see Buncrana over here to far left. You've got Inch Island and Fawn, then kind of here in the middle. You've got Derry just over this hill here, and to the far right you have Ramelton, where we just were. And where we currently are is just at Rye Bridge. So as you can see, we are just so blessed with what you can see behind us, and we just had to show you this today. We couldn't pass it without showing you. So that's us from this week, and we can't wait for you to tune back in next week. We hope you're enjoying it as much as we are, and we'll see you next Saturday for more fun.
Thank you, and thank you for all your support that you're giving us. It's so great to see everybody is enjoying a little taste of this, what we have to offer, showing Donegal, showing our hidden gems, and just sharing it with all of you guys from all over the world. And thank you so much from all of us.